I have full faith in Angela Rayner, and then she goes, I have full faith in Peter Mandelson, and then he goes. Islam is the most important part of her life, not looking after the country. Ed Miliband, no, I'm not leaving. I'm the Prime Minister, I'm telling you, you need to go. No, I'm not. She's still there, but I know why she's still there. She's about to be the fall guy.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Nick Talks. This episode's returning guest, good friend of mine, always on my channel. It's that Silver Fox from Silver Fox Hot Takes. How you doing, Foxy?
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. Nice to talk to you all.
Thanks for jumping back on again. There's a question I want to ask you because I didn't. Let me know if you saw this coming. I didn't see this coming. Angela Rayner resigns. We all saw that coming, by the way.
Nick, come on. Everyone saw that coming on my
Everyone saw that one coming. But what I didn't see coming was the unintended consequences of her resigning, of the rushed cabinet shuffle, getting David Lammy as Deputy Prime Minister, the competition now to elect the next deputy leader that has to be a female. And
the Northerner.
Starmer seems to be in more trouble today than he was when Angela Rayner was there with her problems about buying that house. Is that true, or is that me overplaying things here?
Well, once it all came out, she had to go. I mean, it was there from day one. She was hanging on. He was going, I've got to keep your hand. You've got to try and keep your... But it became obvious after a couple of days that she had to go. Funnily enough, and just as an aside, isn't it funny how I have full faith in Angela Rayner, and then she goes, I have full faith in Peter Mandelson, and then he goes.
Well, that's like most chairmen of football clubs.
Oh, you're going to go with that way? Yes.
I have the utmost confidence in our coach, and next thing you know, manager, he's been sacked.
Yeah, it was the old Tommy Docherty thing, wasn't it? He said, I think it was QPR, and he came out and he said, no, they've had a vote of confidence, and they've already given me the full vote of confidence, so I'm packing my bags right now. But that was it. So she had to go. Of course she had to go. But there was the vacuum. Now, the problem with Angela Rayner is 3 different roles. This wasn't just firing a junior minister and putting one faceless tosser in place of another faceless tosser. This was Angela Rayner, high profile, 3 big jobs: housing, deputy prime minister, deputy leader. Now, the housing, he upgraded Pennycook, didn't he? A deputy. Pennycook worked under her, as so many men have apparently. And then that's fine. So that was an easy one. But then it was all the musical chairs at the top. Well, he didn't actually change anything. He just got everyone at the top 3 jobs to stand up, move one chair around and sit down again. They literally just went, down, you know? And do you remember at the beginning, 14 months ago, David Lammy will be the Foreign Secretary for the entire, Parliament. Then it turned out David Lammy is useless. So he's managed to get rid of David Lammy out of the Foreign Office, but giving him justice. This is a man, don't forget, who recently broke the law with the fishing rods. And this is a man who doesn't know
fair to Lammy
that men can't have cervixes.
But to be fair to Lammy, it was a foreign law.
Well, it's for him, yeah. But he said, yeah, between a foreign law, it was in Britain. It was in Kent.
I thought it was America.
No, J.D. Vance was in Kent.
Oh, so I misunderstood that, right.
No. So he went, he was fishing in Kent. And anyway, broke the law. But at some point, he's also dumb as an ox. So, if you got the opportunity of getting him out of the Foreign Office, why not give him something like the Welsh Office or something, get him out of the way, rather than justice, a man with a criminal record now in justice. And then you've got the Yvette Cooper. This is the big one. Yvette Cooper, who failed spectacularly in every job she's ever had, has just failed spectacularly in the Home Office, and then gets the cushiest number in government, the Foreign Office. Oh, all those foreign jaunts, all those posh dinners with diplomats. Let's travel the world first class. Lovely. That's your reward for failing, is it? God, we could all fail as well. And then the biggest mistake he could possibly have made is putting Mahmoud as I call her now, give her a proper name, in charge of the Home Office. Now, what you've got here is a woman who has called for global intifada, has said that Islam is the most important part of her life, not looking after the country, not tending to the needs of this country and its people. No, her God. She said that's most important. This is a woman who is anti-white bigoted. We know that because of the law she tried to squeeze in, saying that white people have harsher sentences than non-whites. This is a woman who now is so repudiated by the Americans, they're stopping sharing data and information and intelligence with Five Eyes because they see her as a security risk. And yet he's put her in. And of course, you've now got, and I'm not saying that she's in any way biased, but you've now got a Pakistani Muslim going to be in charge of the investigation into Pakistani Muslim rape gangs. I wonder what the outcome there will be. And if it's anything other than what we want it to be, it's obviously going to be claims of bigotry and so forth, and bias. It's a terrible job. She should have refused the job. And she could have refused it. After all, Ed Miliband did. Ed Miliband, no, I'm not leaving. I'm the Prime Minister. I'm telling you, you need to go. No, not. And then he walked off. Starmer walked off. Thatcher would have had Ed Miliband's balls on a plate. Not him. He said no. The moment Miliband said no and remained in position, Starmer lost all authority. He's no longer the Prime Minister. Actually, he never was. Hermer is the Prime Minister because nothing happens that Hermer doesn't sign off on it. So that's basically what we've got by losing her, this musical chairs where you've got even bigger idiots falling into even bigger stupid roles that are actively damaging this country. Nobody's saying, what the hell are you playing at? And I don't mean us, we're saying that, but nobody within the Labour Party is saying, what the hell are you playing at? And then the few roles he does mix around and put some new faces in, nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows what they do. He fires the Scottish secretary, puts a new Scottish secretary in, goes to the old Scottish secretary and then gives him a little promotion back up because didn't want to hurt his feelings. My God almighty. Meanwhile, of course, Angela Rayner's got problems of her own now, hasn't she? She's sitting on the back benches, knows where all the bodies are buried, very, very unhappy with Starmer. He doesn't know what level of, shit tornado is about to hit him, to put it bluntly. She could release an awful lot of stuff. And I think come the conference in October, there's going to be blood on the carpet. I love all this. However, on a personal note, Angela Rayner's got problems losing all that income. Will she be able to keep that £800,000 house? Nobody knows. Also, her neighbours already hate her. Graffiti, all the TV cameras there. She's got to move in there. She's going to have a shit time down there. Wonderful, isn't it? And she was moving down there thinking, oh, can't win me seat up north. I'll go down south. I'm bound to be a shoe-in down there. It's over, isn't it? It's over for her. And good. It's brilliant. Anyway.
Right, that's what it looks like. That there's no way. Well, is there a way back? There might be a way back to the front bench while this government's in power, but there's no way I can see her winning a seat at the next general election.
She's done.
There's no way this Labour government will be in power again after the next general election because it's that unpopular. But I didn't see any of that happening. I did. Maybe I was just too focused on her losing her positions to think about the wider play of unintended consequences. Keir Starmer can only rejuggle the seats he's allowed to rejuggle with people. He's only got certain people he's allowed to play with because this person keeps this part of the party happy. This person keeps that part happy. He really, and it's like most prime ministers, they're not as in control as we think they are. They're still playing that game of trying to keep their seat safe. So he didn't have much wiggle room, and it looks like from the outside he's made decisive action. He's changed people, but when you look one step behind it, it's like it's all the same people doing the same things, and none of them are high flyers. None of them have achieved anything in power. It was a PR stunt, basically.
Oh yeah, but it's the same thing. He's shuffling the deck, but there's 52 jokers, and he's got nowhere to go with them. They're all useless. This is the trouble. There's not one of them done anything. And of course, the one person who he absolutely, positively, 100% had to change. He didn't. And that, of course, is Reeves. She's still there, but I know why she's still there. She's about to be the fall guy. He wants her to stay so that when she has to give Torsten Bell's budget and it all goes wrong, she will be his shield. She'll be the one falling on her sword because it was all rubbish. But it wasn't her budget. Torsten Bell's writing this budget. We know that. I think she's going to quit. I see Rachel Reeves quitting.
Well, if she's turning into a patsy, and even though, she's incompetent, I'm sure she still has a little bit of morality and a little bit of self-respect. Surely you can't stay in a position when you know and you've been told you're just a figurehead now, and this other person's writing your budget and you're going to present it as your. There's not many people, even incompetent people on left. There's not many people who can accept that.
No. Do you know what I'd do? If I was her, I would wait until the very morning of the budget. Then I would tootle along to the leader of the Commons, and I would. Now, you're not allowed to resign. I don't know if you know this. You're not allowed to resign as a minister. But if you take a role that has a stipend, you're not allowed to be a minister. So what you do is what they call is going to the hundreds. You apply to the Chiltern hundreds, and you get something like 4 and 6 a week or something. But it's enough that legally you can no longer be a minister. So you just go along and apply for the Chiltern hundreds. The moment you apply, you stop being a minister. And that's all she has to do. Go along on the morning of the budget, not tell anyone, just go up there and go, I'd like to apply for that. And then sit in the Commons and wait. And it's like the Chancellor. And then nobody's standing up. And then Rachel Reeves said, if it pleases you, Mr. Speaker, I resigned as Chancellor 4 hours ago. And then sits back down again. And then watch Starmer's face. I mean, that would be the ultimate. That would be really shoving it firmly right up his ample behind, wouldn't it?
It would, and surely that would end the government.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
It would have to end the government. That would be disarray. They'd never get past that. Again, that sounds great, even though she may resign or that. She's not brave enough to that. That's the woman who sits on the front bench weeping.
Weeping, yeah.
Most people are not brave enough to do that.
Oh, I would.
Me too.
I'd do it out of badness.
You're a bad fox sometimes, Foxy. You're a bad fox.
I am. I have a streak of ruthlessness. I've got to be honest, but you have to have in this day and age. You've got to. I mean, I'm not bad. I'm a caring. I'm a decent human being. I look after people. I would first do no wrong, But sometimes you've just got to be ruthless. You've just got to say enough of this crap and just.
To be fair, Foxy, we need to remind the viewers that you are on bail.
Can we also remind the viewers that you're innocent until proven guilty, and I haven't been tried yet?
Absolutely. So that was the fallout of the resignation. So it's only been a week. What are the longer term implications? Can you foresee anything happening in the medium term? Is this itself going to collapse the government? Well, what else can you see?
I don't think it's going to collapse the government, this particular thing, but I think it's weakened Starmer massively. He now has, with her and with Mandelson, both his choice. Well, she wasn't the choice for Deputy Prime Minister, but she was his choice for Housing Minister. She can cause him trouble. Mandelson can't really cause him trouble directly, but his association with Mandelson will be weakening his foundations. I think. And especially the thing as well, I mentioned the Miliband thing. I think he's lost all authority now. He's done. He's merely a cipher. He's a placeholder. He's now the one keeping the seat warm for the next leader. And I think the party know it. And of course, you've got 400 backbenchers sitting there. Every PMQ's looking at him, looking at the back of that oily head and thinking, I hate you. I came into politics and now I'm going to be one term and I'm done because of you. And that's exactly how they feel. They're all, as well as I do, we get the same news feeds and we get this. We all know the lobbies. And they're out there in the lobby. Now, a lot of them are putting their names to it. But the old lot in the lobbies, they're all bum, 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 bum. And they're all bad-mouthing him. All the political journalists in the lobby are just go, these guys can't wait. Come on. I want to say it. Unattributable, not me. And they do it. And they just say the feeling is ill, this, that, and the other. I can't see him surviving. If he I don't think he'll survive the conference. If he does, he's gone by Christmas. What do you reckon? Christmas or conference? Or longer? I don't know.
I've been saying for a year he'll be gone, and he keeps clinging on. He will be gone. I'm not sure when he'll be gone. But talking about the lobbyists, talking about what the MPs are saying, what I think the MPs are doing at the moment is they're looking at the field to see who they think is going to be the next prime minister. They know Starmer's gone, so they're helping Starmer to go, but they're also throwing their little 2 cents in, trying to figure out and get the press to help figure out who's the favourite, because they all want to be backing the favourite to ensure they get promoted, to make sure they're looked upon favourably. Most of those MPs don't want to back the loser; they want to back whoever's the favourite, and they're already starting that game. And I think that's what a lot of this backstabbing and a lot of this rumours are at the moment, is them trying to figure out who's my best bet for my political career, because this man won't be here much longer.
Okay, then. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Who do you think will be the next leader?
See, up to a week ago, all my money would have been on Angela Rayner. All my money was on her.
Yeah.
But no, can't be now. Not for that. Maybe next year she could make a comeback and stuff. But the rest of this year, no. Who could it be? Andy Burnham now is basically openly talking about maybe going back to Parliament.
Have to get a seat though, would he, mate?
Well, there could be a by-election in Tameside. That MP Gwynn,
P. Gwynn, yeah. Andrew Gwynn, that's it. Yeah.
He might be resigning over his Twitter account, hoping his constituencies are all dead soon, so he could be gone. But let's say if Andy Burnham gets to Parliament, then it's Andy Burnham. If Andy Burnham doesn't get to Parliament before the new PM is assigned, who could it be? I think Wes Streeting.
The embryo.
I think he's up there.
I think the embryo's up there, and I tell you who else I think would be up there. But if you've probably got the same name as me, but I'll wait until you say it.
Many would go for it. It might be someone you know more than me. It might be someone I've not heard of because they're still quite unknown, but they may be perceived as the person who'll bring the party together. We don't want that side getting their prime minister. We don't want the other side getting a prime minister. We'll both compromise and we'll get that middle person. It could be something like that, maybe.
Okay, I'm with you. If Andy Burnham gets in, Andy Burnham. He would be my number one if he gets the seat. Assuming he doesn't get a seat, my number one is Bridget Phillipson. Bridget Phillips, rather. Yeah. She's leading the charge now for deputy. I think if it came to it, she would step in and they would do it because then they've got the first lady leader of the Labour Party because they want to push that envelope, don't they? I think she would have the upper hand on that one. But I tell you who I would put maybe third or fourth on my list. Angela Rayner. I'm not writing her off.
I'm not writing her off completely.
I think if she did, if he lasts long enough and she goes away for a year and then comes back in and then they ditch him, she'd stand. I think she'd get it.
Oh, if we're looking a year from now, then I agree.
A year from now.
I think she'll be back in the government within a year.
I don't think Wes Streeting. I think he's too young, too inexperienced, too unattractive, shall we say, to the voters. I don't mean that in looks or anything. I just don't think he's attractive to the vote. What's he done? He hasn't done anything. He's not a very good orator. He doesn't. Neither is bloody Keir Starmer. Serious question. When's the last time the Labour Party had anyone who could stand at the hustings and give a ramblingly good speech?
Oh, you're going back to Blair Brown, aren't you?
Blair. It's Blair, isn't it? 25 years, 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. They've had no one since.
Yeah, public speaking is not a trait.
An awful man, but he had charm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He could charm the birds from the trees. Yeah. Shame he was a war criminal, allegedly. I put the allegedly in for you, mate.
Right, we will see. I have just been surprised at the fallout from Rayner. I didn't see it coming because I didn't give it any thought about what comes after this. I was too caught up in the moment, too caught up with that video going about how many homes has Rayner got. I was too caught up in the moment and didn't think about the unintended consequences over the next week or two.
I know, but he's lost so many, hasn't he? All of a sudden, just boom, since he's died. They're falling like nine. He's losing one minister a month. Not a great record.
And then the Mendelssohn thing today. I mean, he's not going, it, and this is what happens when you're a dying government and you're in that death cycle. Everything you do goes wrong. We've seen it with the Tories. Everything you do just goes wrong.
You try to fix it, you overcompensate, and then that goes even worse the other way.
It's a bad time for. I mean, it's a bad time for Labour. They've only been in power 14 months, and they started off terrible. And we keep saying every month it's getting worse for Labour. It's a bad time. It's like they've never had a good time since they've been.
Not had a good time. No.
Foxy, thank you so much for coming on today.
Absolute pleasure, mate.
And I can't wait for Starmer to fall and the fight for his position. Bring it on.
Bring it on. I tell you what, we're going to be busy when that goes, aren't we? How many videos are we going to be doing? No. Got to do it. Starmer's falling. Starmer's falling. This. Starmer's falling. And it'll be like, all these videos going out. And it's not just me and you, everyone. It's going to be a wall of videos. Can't come quick enough, mate.
I will catch up with you again soon. Thanks so much for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me, and thanks for everyone for watching.